Hey everyone, and welcome to Cooking Companion TV. I'm Jenna Edwards, and this is a recipe demo of jicama salad with lime-cumin vinaigrette. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. This dressing can be used on any vegetable you think would go well with it. I think grated carrots or even grated beets would be fantastic. The vinaigrette comes from Deborah Madison's The New Vegetarian Cooking for Everyone. And I'm gonna make an adaptation to the preparation. You'll see why. The original recipe advises to toast cumin and coriander seeds and then grind them in the spice mill. But who has a spice mill? So I'm gonna bloom ground spices in hot oil. We should use half a teaspoon each of cumin and coriander seeds. So measure out just under half a teaspoon. So maybe a heaping quarter teaspoon of each ground equivalent. It's not quite the same, amount. So I'll heat the oil on low heat just until I can see little ripples in it, and then add the spices. Swirl around the oil for no more than 1 minute. It doesn't take long for spices to bloom. Now this is 1/3 cup of oil because that's how much we need for the full vinaigrette recipe, but you could bloom the spices in less oil if you wanted to. It was just easier for me to keep up with the measurements this way. Then pour the spiced oil into a bowl and prep the remaining ingredients. Add a quarter teaspoon of dry mustard. For the next step, we grate a clove of garlic into a paste. You could use a mortar and pestle with some salt, but a microplane is so much easier. If you don't have either of these, chop the garlic into a fine mince. We're going for a paste consistency. Add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, which you would add to the garlic if you were pounding it with the mortar and pestle. Zest 2 limes. You can use a microplane for this, but frankly, it will take a while to do 2 entire limes. It may be less effort to use a vegetable peeler to carefully remove the zest and then to mince the strips. When using the peeler, you don't need to use a lot of pressure because you don't want any pith, which is the white layer just under the peel. It is super bitter and it will ruin anything it touches. If you see any pith on the back of your strips, you can scrape it off with a knife before mincing up the peel. So just let the blade catch the peel and cut it off. Again, only use enough pressure for the friction of the blade to keep cutting the peel and nothing more. You'll also want to scrub your citrus with a brush under hot water to remove any wax that might have been applied to the citrus. We don't want to be eating wax. And add the minced zest to your spiced oil. We now need 2 to 3 tablespoons of fresh lime or lemon juice. Next, mince half a seeded jalapeno. Unless you like chunks of spicy chili, I'd mince this up as much as possible too. And chop 1 green onion, which should equal to about 2 tablespoons, or finely dice a shallot into 2 tablespoons. Mince parsley or cilantro into 2 tablespoons, and add all this to the oil mixture. And then pour in 2 tablespoons of the lime juice, saving any extra to add to taste. So give it a good stir and then let it sit for at least 15 minutes. Let's prep the jicama. Jicama is a Mexican root vegetable and it's usually eaten raw because of its crisp, cooling texture. And it pairs extremely well with lime and spices. The skin needs to be cut or peeled off. I'm cutting because it's a thick skin and that seems easier today than peeling. Also today, I'm trying it grated, but that makes it thin and clumpy. So if you want to do this, I'd recommend dicing it or slicing it into 2-inch long matchsticks so the jicama maintains some body and separation. Regardless, it's got a lot of water content, so it will grate pretty easily. For one recipe of the vinaigrette, I've grated 1.5 jicamas, which is about 2 pounds. Now I'll stir in the spiced vinaigrette and try to break up the jicama clumps so it can distribute evenly. It's not a quick or effortless salad, but it's full of flavor and texture that can help ease the summer heat. Keep it in the fridge and steal a few bites throughout the day and serve it with additional lime slices or lime juice to add as desired. That's it for this recipe demo of jicama salad with lime-cumin vinaigrette. Get the ingredient list below or at cookingcompanion.tv.com/jicama salad. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to this channel for more demos just like this. I'm Jenna Edwards and thanks for watching.